Namaste, Jai Bharat. Most living beings are seen to be having migratory habits. Most living beings do migrate from place to place, and oftentimes it happens inadvertently. In time, people shift to far from places. This, of course, is built in the nature of nature that moving beings do and can migrate. When we had civilizations, civilizations of man, the migratory habit brought the civilizations known to many others. There were people with the thirst for knowing the other, not hating the other. The thirst for knowing the other, people moved. Somehow they moved, and eventually there came a point in time that they knew one another. Those who were conscious knew one another. Many, of course, were not concerned about the others. That's a different story. But there remained always a section of people in society who tried to understand higher things and know one another, and then that's how civilization made influence from one to other and other to other, and so on and so forth. So this migration is natural with us, but then in modern times, when you have nation states, migrations do take place in an official manner, which is nothing unusual or unwanted. It takes place, but then the illegal immigrations becomes a problem. Illegal immigration becomes a problem to any society, any nation society. First of all, there is no element of discipline in the most part. Europe had realized it off late and in a very hard manner. They accepted refugees from some places where in time they wanted their own thoughts to be practiced, and they wanted the aborigines to get rid of the aborigines, and they're asking aborigines to leave. They wanted their own kinds of things. Religions played a havoc in this thing. It happened, or it's happening. So in this context, we see the new US President, US President Donald Trump. He appears to be a very straightforward man, with no ambiguities and confusions in his thought process and in his statements, and the way he gets things done, executes his thoughts, which of course in time shall lead the world, I'm sure. He has an illegal immigration policy. He would want the unwanted elements to be out of his society. It's natural. You clean your society, and when you clean, the unwanted, unnecessary, disturbing elements shall be cleaned. The disturbing elements shall be cleaned, and which has to be done for him from his perspective. And once he does it, the others would follow him in all likelihood. The others would follow him. There's a point in time when you accepted people in so-called consideration of humanity, fine, that one should do. But then those who came there at the mercy of the society started breaking laws to begin with, having their own way. They're indisciplined lot. Just finding out things, they wanted to do everything, and they wanted to do things as they want. Whatever comes to their mind, they would like to get it done. It means, because there's nothing that controls them. There's no mechanism inside them controlling about do's and don'ts. They just think that just because they believe in some religion and act according to the religion, everything is fine, and all others have to follow it. With such thoughts, you can't accept any being into your society. That's what is one thing about illegal immigrants. Then, of course, there are all kinds of people who are, again, indiscipline is a basic problem with these people. That's why they become unlawful immigrants. They are not lawful immigrants. That's how they are unlawful. And unlawful becomes unwanted to any society, just because they are not disciplined. And such people you can't afford to keep, because it's your citizens' food that they share, facilities that they share. So you can't accuse the US President Donald Trump of taking such a stand, and which he understands it perfectly that he has no other way. He has to get rid of these people, and once he does it successfully, the others will be encouraged to follow suit. Perhaps that will put a check, if not end, to the illegal immigrant miseries in all societies. We are not a very rich nation now, though once upon a time we had the 40% of GDP in the world. That's one time, long back, some thousands, 2,000-3,000 years before, that was the case. Those is anyone coming here we could accommodate, and they were not illegal immigrants. They were people with quest to know those who came to Bharat, or even trade. Those things were perfect. But now it's a different story. And we have a lot of people in our nation, crores of Bangladeshis. 2.5 crores it appears. I don't know. If you look at the statistics, it's very serious kind of thing. It's difficult to compromise with such a situation. 2.5 crores of Bangladeshis illegally living in Bharat. Then we don't know how many Rohingyans are here. Those who came from the Rakhine province of Burma, who are not really Burmese. They don't speak the Tibeto-Burman language. They speak Bangla. They're fundamentally basically Bengalis. It's a version of Bengali, it seems. Even the Bangladesh Bangla itself is a version of Bharat's Bangla language I'm talking about. Rohingyans and many such people, those are illegally entering into Bharat, and that becomes a pain in the. I am not completing that sentence. They become a pain. They become a problem because that suddenly we have lawlessness and this thing and that thing. Our law and order agencies will have more work to do, and you can't get them under control. All these problems. So, I should salute the U.S. President Donald Trump for taking such a bold step. He has to do it in the interest of his nation, and let the others follow it. This is a simple thought that comes to us out of the miseries that we experience. We meet again with some other children. Namaste. Jai Bharat. Jai Shri Ram.